Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Jared Powley's Fragrance Reviews. Tonight we're going to be looking at the outstanding fragrance from Parfums de Marly called Layton. This fragrance came out in 2016, but do not confuse it with the 2017 Layton Exclusive. There are two versions. We are going to cover the first, the original from 2016, which was a unisex fragrance with a more masculine type of leaning. So we're just going to pull it out of the package here. And again, Parfums de Marly is a luxury niche brand. The bottle is absolutely fantastic. I call it the Ferrari of bottles. It is engraved. It is very heavy, very high quality. Everything Parfums de Marly does is very high quality. In my opinion, this particular fragrance, I had to wear it a few times to really fall in love with it. It has a lot of great reviews. People love it, but again, always form your own judgments, develop your own sense of what you like and dislike. Don't let anyone overly influence you. So we will pop off the cap, do a spray on the wrist, back of the hand. So right off the bat, it is very sweet. You can take in a lot of the apple accords. You can take in the vanilla. It's warm, it's spicy, and it's sharp. The one thing about this fragrance that I notice versus other sweet fragrances, that sharpness never dies down. This fragrance, from the initial spray to the 8 hours later, it retains most of its initial profile, which is very unique, and it shows the high quality of this fragrance. It does change slightly. Again, the mid notes, it stays consistent, it stays sharp, and it retains, like I said, almost all of its DNA. You maybe get a little more vanilla and maybe a little bit more spice, and the fruitiness dies down a little bit. Later on, after many hours, the incredible sweetness and vanilla and fruitiness still remain. And what is so unique about that is almost all other fragrances die off, sometimes within 30-45 minutes. And I found the drop off with this fragrance minimal. And that's what, in my mind, makes it such a top-notch fragrance. Honestly, if I was to just bet on one fragrance to go out on a date with a girl or any type of close encounter, this would be the one. If I would just take one. It's not necessarily my favorite, but this is a guaranteed stunner for the ladies. It is a compliment getter. It really turns heads. So again, you may have to, it may not necessarily be your favorite, but if you're looking for results, this will get you results. As advertised, the top notes are apple, lavender, bergamot, and mandarin orange. The middle notes are geranium, violet, and jasmine. The base notes are vanilla, cardamom, pepper, sandalwood, patchouli, and guaiac wood. And as I had mentioned earlier, the fragrance doesn't ever really smooth out. It remains sharp, and that's its most unique characteristic, in my opinion. It is an amazing fragrance. It's a high-end brand. It's the absolute finest quality, and you pay for it. It is not in the designer range or mid-range. It's high quality. And like I said, it's going to put a little bit of a dent in your wallet. I would use this definitely for date nights, romantic encounters, but it is not for office. And I wouldn't even have it in the summer, maybe a cool late August night, depending on the climate you're in. It's fall and winter. The longevity is outstanding. Out of all the sweet fragrances, which my body takes in very well, I would say I get 8 hours very, very solid. On your clothes, it does not mutate. It retains its DNA, which is very important because, as I've said in the past, a lot of fragrances can change and take on a very synthetic chemical type of smell. The projection is very, very good. I would say the scent bubble I found was around 3 feet. In terms of the scent trail, again, it's great. Even after leaving the room, a minute later, a couple minutes later, if you come back, you can still smell it, or some people can literally follow your scent trail. So it's very captivating in that manner. Who can wear it? I would say early 20s to all the way to, I would even say 50. I think women will appreciate it. You can definitely wear this at the club. You will get compliments. And there's one thing I want to say about compliments. People will buy a fragrance and say, I'm not getting any compliments. I'm not getting any compliments. And you got to remember, is unless you really know somebody well, or there is a fragrance lover, people usually are very reluctant to give compliments because they're afraid what you may say back, and people do not want to usually step out and give a compliment about a fragrance because it's a more personal thing. But if you do get even one compliment, then you know many other people will like it, especially a fragrance like this. Also with this, the Parfum de Marly Layton, again, I would try before you buy if you can get a sample, but it has a heaviness, it has a weight, an opacity that a lot of other sweet fragrances don't have. And again, this is what makes it so unique. It carries the heaviness all the way through. It doesn't start to become transparent and light and flighty. So all in all, again, this is not necessarily my favorite fragrance, but if I was to take every category, I would say this would be in the top 4 or 5 of what I have and what I do like. I do like this fragrance, and I would recommend it to almost every gentleman or ladies to experiment with. I also, in a couple of occasions, layered it with other fragrances, but that's a whole nother type of dimension in wearing fragrances that can become very complex, and that's something we will get to in another video. But again, definitely try it. And if you like this video, hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification bell, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.